Ian, how are you going today?
Yeah, good, thanks. How's yourself?
Yeah, good. Congratulations on the property at 10 Dandenong.
Thank you. Now, as I've come in today, I've wanted to go through how I would lease the property.
Okay, no worries.
Can you explain what the outcome is? Because I've never leased the property, and let's go from there.
No worries. Okay, so first of all, we come along with our managing agency agreement. So from there, we would present out to your property. We'd run through the property and get the scope of it and see highlight features and all that kind of stuff, and that would give us our price guide for appraising it. So then from there, if you were happy with price, what we discussed, we then sign the managing agency agreement, and then in that regard, I could set out in regards to the fees, for example, size of the lease, 6-12 month lease, and so on and so forth. And we could run through price breakdowns for our agreement per month and stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah.
How would you market it?
So in regards to marketing, we would, once we get all the photos up, presented through the property, we would then look further into, we get it onto online on, just say for example, realestate.com and stuff like that. So that would give us a big platform in regards to potential clients out there. In regards to, we get lots of expressions of interest. So from there, once a property goes live online, we'd show then have an open. So then from having the open, the potential tenants that come through, we'd scope down then and see which ones would possibly fit your home, and then we do all the background checking in that regard, and then processes on from there. So for example, just say we had the open, we had a certain amount present, we'd then come back to you with, say, depending on how many you'd like to choose from, that'd be completely up to you. Then from there, once all that's been sorted, we'd present the potential tenants to you in that regard, and then you would choose what you think would suit your property from there.
And how much would that cost?
So that's all in our marketing for the whole part of it. Comes down in the, so say for example in the management, so in the management agreement we'd agree on a certain percentage, which is roughly about 7%, and then from there 7% per week.
Okay, and that 7%, what services do you provide?
So we would provide, we'd find the tenant, we'd sign the tenant up in that regard, and we'd follow up with all the routine inspections, and we'd run through all the maintenance requirements, what you would want with your property, and we would run through whether you would yourself want to be doing the work, or whether we could suggest trades that we use.
Okay.
But all along it would be specifically up to you in regards to, if something went wrong, we'd call you in that regard, and if we couldn't get hold of, we'd email or leave a message for you to get back to us, and we'd follow through with you first to see when a repair is needed. We'd follow up with you to see the next steps.
Okay. So how much do you think I could rent the property for?
So in regards to, we'd come to the property, and then from there we'd see where your property sits with other properties of the same kind of calibre, and then we'd work that price out from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said that your commissions are 7% base, and that's weekly.
Yeah. So depending on how, but depending on just say for example, some tenants might break their percentage is down, they might get a monthly payment, or some might get a payment every 2 weeks, so the half of the month. So it's depending on the breakdown of that. Yep.
Okay. So what other charges and fees would I be up for?
So the fees would be in regards to when we first sign up. It would be, so when we're first signing up, the letting fees are week's rent, and then just say, for example, to renew the lease again, to say, for example, in another year's time or something, or 6 months or 3 months or whatever, then it's like half a week's rent. And then you got the preparation fee of $30 as well, and so on and so forth down the track. Just say, for example, if something was to happen down the track, and we had to represent in court at the tribunal, that could be $50 an hour. And then also in regards to maintenance and repairs, we could break that down as like, just say a verbal of put it on your property portfolio, verbal of $1,000, but we could only go to a certain threshold. Just say if it was something like you needed a wash replacing straight away or something, we'd only go to the breakdown of like $300. And
Before you notify me?
Yeah, if it was something that was straight away that needed doing, yeah. But then otherwise, but main thing would be, first contact would be to contact you always and get your verification first. Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. Okay then.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's sign the agreement and
Okay then. No worries.
let's start getting it listed.
Okay. Radio, Ian. Thank you.
Thank you.